I hate it. Anywho, greetings, girl world and flooper, floopy insomniacs. Those that watch this on the replay, whatever, etc. I am not in the mood today. Let me tell you, like from the previous live stream, good lord. And my asthma's acting up. I gotta go get some soup. And it's like overcast, cloudy, rainy, whatever you want to call it here. It matches the vibe and the mood of what's been going on here. This is like the worst place I've ever fucking lived, let me tell you. It's like, just let me fucking leave on my own accordance. And shit. Then you got like the attorneys, they're like, our final legal counsel to you, or whatever the fuck. I know wanna, because I have complex PTSD. And it's like, give me fucking space. Like, what is up with the double standards? So, let me get this straight. This weirdo that nobody likes here, none of the residents that have been here 8 years as senior citizens, the fellow disabled and or handicapped, they're two different things. And me as the longest resident living here currently, because the one that just been here longest just passed away that was here for like 30 years. Manny for maintenance and me agreed that she's not gonna last long here. She's only been here 5 months. 5 months. She's making all these weird changes. And it's like, how about no? What is up with the double standards, So she can just, give all these notices of like, who the fuck cares about maintenance painting the hallways? How the fuck, what does that what does that pertain to the residents? How does that affect the residents? What does it have to do anything with the residents? If it's in the building outside their units, who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares about the carpet cleaners coming to clean the spots on the rugs in the hallways of the buildings where it's the main, high traffic area and shit? And the shit that you call lobby, even though it's a foyer, because it's not a lobby, by the mailboxes and shit. And, the elevator. Who the fuck cares? The only thing we give a shit about is if it pertains to us, the residents, in our fucking units. We don't care, okay? We don't give a shit. You don't know your demographic here. Shit's not making any sense. No logical and rational sense. What's the double standards when she could just, put all that computer paper, waste paper and ink and all that other shit. A shit that we don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck, okay? About, yet I'm not, I was advised whenever the legal counsel to not be mindful, right? Be mindful of sending a bunch of emails. But we're supposed to be mediation, right? We're supposed to be mediation, and I don't even want to talk to you. I ain't even met you because your first notice was, you know, I'm the permanent senior community manager. And I can't wait to meet all of you, like with bold print and exclamation points and shit. And we already know we don't like you. We don't like you. Read the fucking room. You're a fucking weirdo. You're sus and you're bizarro. That's what you are. What do you have? What do you have? You're an extrovert. You don't have the credentials for uh, customer, what is it, customer service, hotelier, restaurateur, working as a waitress at a restaurant, things like that. I can already tell. I can tell you're just an extrovert. That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. You can't do. We have discernment over here, okay? And I am like the police, the sheriff people or whatever the fuck in your jurisdiction that has a good judgment and character, and all they can do is give resources. That's all they can fucking do. Here's a bunch of resources, just like social workers, just here's a bunch of resources, this place, it's not legal representation because there's no adult protective services case open, all that bullshit. It's just a bunch. Here's some research. You really are self-advocating out here, okay? And yeah, you want to bitch and complain about the sovereign citizens that hear at when I watch that shit, and I don't even know what the hell they're fucking talking about. Sovereign citizens, even though we're a sovereign being or whatever. So it's like, can we just get this shit straightened out already? I mean, it's been over like 100 fucking years. Okay, and counting. Or 150 years. How come we can't figure this shit out? Like, I am really like self-advocating for myself. Like, the most. The most out here. Here's a bunch of resources. You know what I'm saying? That's all they can do. That's all they can do. And then you got a bunch of ignorant fucks, okay? This is why I don't like social workers, because it doesn't do anything to the recipient who reaches out. They're the ones that's supposed to reach out, but you got all these stupid fucks, you know, reaching out when we didn't ask you to, make all this stupid shit, believing your own fucking lies because you're ignorant. You're fucking ignorant as fuck. And you want to use the stupid DM5 and weaponize that and make it mental project because, you read some psychology books or you're a psychology major or what is it? Psychopathy and psychopathy, and there's a third one or whatever. And then you want to throw psychosis. And we didn't grow up with any of this bullshit, okay? This bullshit, Jeffree Star just did a little podcast thing on something confidential, whatever channel, he and her, whatever the fuck ever, okay? And like, there's people reacting when he was doing Lily Tina, like gays and lesbians and all this other shit, because, it's LBT or whatever now instead of Q, what is it, Q, and all that other bullshit. Your sexuality versus what you like identify with and all this shit. He's the only sane one, man. The Scorpio. My Thailand astrological sign is Scorpio, and I have Scorpio placements. And Jeffree Star is like my inner fucking Thailand uh, astrological sign as the feminine sign. And Scorpio placements in my astrological chart. And everything he said in that podcast makes fucking sense. It's the most sane shit I've ever heard in my life. And it's like, my fucking God. I don't understand the, because it's not making any sense. It's not making, and I have a deep understanding. It's not making any sense. So she could just, here's a, just paper, 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 and yet for, rules for me, but not for thee, or rules for thee, but not for me, or whatever, however the fucking saying goes. Yet I'm not allowed, to like, sending that shit back or whatever. Cause I know all about karma, and I'm a December Sag, and in Western astrologics. And then the 13 signs, I'd be that whatever the fuck it's called, that balances out the Scorpio and the whatever other sign. And I am the optical mystic, Sagittarius, the sign, OM. And it's like, my God, I don't want, like, seriously. I'm not allowed to, like, give feedback. Uh, you know, I am the karma. I am their karma. I'm a Sagittarius. I am their karma. Like, we're like reactions and commentary channels, and we transmute. And that's what karma is, transmuting. Like, transmuting, transforming, and transitioning type shit. Like, holding a mirror up. Like a Hayoka empath, the most powerful empath that I am, a thunder being. And I don't give a fuck if you call me a weirdo. That's you projecting, because you are the weirdos. You are the weirdos. That's what you are. And a Pisces articulated this more eloquently in conveying about what karma is like. It's like a boomerang. That's what I've been saying. It's like a boomerang. I'm over here, all jovial and shit, not bubbly and shit and all that other stupid shit, like jovial. And then here comes this one, with the, and this, like, the senior community manager here. And by the way, there's some men that I've been telling about this shit, and they'd be like, "Why is she being such a bitch?" or something like that. What's her fucking bullshit problem? Yeah, this is why I don't like my own biological gender outside of Gen X and shit in this fucking community, in this niche corner of the internet. Look at how messy the goddamn lesbians are. Rachel and everything like that. Rachel, fucking messy. Messy. Zach from Australia, a millennial. You know, the lesbians are messy. And we all know Zach is gay. There's a bunch of gay here. There's not a lot of gays, but there's gays here. And there's fewer than that lesbians here. And aside from that, there's majority women, not girls, women, same biological gender, different breeding. Okay, and a lot are Gen fucking X, okay? Look at how fucking messy. And then there's one butch lesbian. That's what we do. It's like, what? Like, she reminds me of, it's like, you gotta be nice. The attorneys are always like, you gotta be nice because, she's the senior community manager or whatever the fuck. You gotta be nice. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Sarah Boom. Be nice to me. Be nice to me. No, how about you be fucking mindful, very mindful and very demure toward me. I've been fucking treated cruel. here, okay? Like a contemporary Western music artist. That I'm not even got, we all know. And this Pisces mediumship fellow mediumship person like myself, you know, and shit like this. You know, Pisces. She's a Pisces, and she lives in the Gen X. She lives in the state where it's the Gen X playground. Okay, people. And I like her, and she's coming back up in my algorithms here on the YouTubes. I probably posted on the community tab. It's now called the post tab. And it's just so I'm gonna be seen as a threat. I'm gonna be seen as a threat, even though you're a threat, and all this sort of stuff. You people, I have been treated. This is like the worst place I have ever fucking lived. Let me tell you. I already said it in previous videos and live streams on here on my YouTube channel. All of it is true stories, not based on a true story. It's actual fucking stories. Like true fucking stories. It fucking happened. It fucking happened. It wasn't made up in my head. You know, was it fabricated? I didn't just pull this shit out of my ass. Okay? I didn't make up this shit. It ain't fucking, there's all this stupid weird shit now. You know, that Jeffree Star was pointing out, you know, how we grew up with MySpace and shit, and we can, you know, we're chill with people's different, you know, beliefs or whatever the fuck ever. And you know how, like, now when he goes on, you know, such as the TikToks, everybody starts, you know, and then he pulls them up and he's like, I just did that for attention. Yeah, we know. You've been doing this bullshit for attention. You know, this is why nobody, because Gen X made the internet, nobody puts any comments in the comments section anywhere. Because I really put my foot down. Sternly. Okay? And drew a line in the sand. Don't you dare. That people don't understand boundaries, man. It's all this weird, stupid shit that Jeffree Star said in the podcast. In the podcast, go look it up. It's on on the post tab, here on my YouTube channel. Weird, stupid shit. Like, grow the fuck up. We fucking grown. We're like in the 40 and over club and shit. Good lord. People just, you know, all the time. Just, that's what she, it's like, no, it's called freedom of speech, okay, and feedback. And I have eating gram 8 and my eating gram 2,000-year-old eating gram tri-type with the wings. Yeah, eating gram 8. Yeah, you see us as a threat when you're the threat. This ain't no fight, flight, fawn, or freeze type shit, whatever. You just keep fucking at, you don't understand. People don't understand. And then I got into it with my primary care doctor who don't speak, you know, she speaks like broken English because she's like, you know, Asian nationality or Asian descent, more likely Chinese. And it's like, I even get, like, it's always, you know, I even call out the Chinese, you know, anything that there's bullshit. Where I'm like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on, yo? What is all this weird, stupid shit? Like, when I had to go to an appointment, you know, and I took something that wasn't a taxi because I'm not dealing with, you know, the people that are Indian nationality and India, except from over there from India. And then they're like, "Where's your husband? Here's my card." And all this is blah, 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 blah. No, thank you. No, thank you. Sexual harass. It's like the same thing with the people that are, like Lily Tino, that is a dude with the man's voice, and he's a predator going over there in Disney with children, even though there's adults that like Disney or whatever. And he's going into the women's bathroom and filming for rage bait, all the stuff that fucking Jeffree Star said in the fucking podcast. He said what he said, and it's the only same shit that I've been heard in my fucking life. It's the same fucking thing. You can tell when they're the karmic bloodline. It's like, what fucking bloodline are you from? Because we know you're from the karmic bloodline. And it's like, what in the fuck? Your bloodline is so stupid. This is stupid. Like Jordy said, this is stupid. Yeah, that kind of, because it's so stupid. It's like, these people are wacko. They're fucking weirdos. The ones that Jeffree Star said in the podcast. This is like the most sane shit I've ever heard in my life. Because it makes sense. And it's like, I'm not fucking renewing my lease here. No, I am not. No, I am not. I'm done. Okay, I am done. Like, I am like, what the fuck do you mean free Wi-Fi? On November 7th, before the weekend, and Veterans Day on Taco Tuesday, November 11th, 11/11. And also shit. And then, the 24-hour notice is contractual again. As a tenant, I have, by law, the right to deny access. You don't have access, so you're mad during Sagittarius season, like the beginning of Sagittarius season when retrograde is happening, and now all the shit. There's all these like 5-6 conjunctions happening, and all this like energy shifts and shit happening right now. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I will be like, you are obnoxious. Okay? FAFO. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like, when I tell you to leave me the hell alone, you leave me the hell alone. Give me some goddamn space. Fucking obnoxious. Senior community manager. Yolandi Pedley. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's how karma is. Like, I'm over here all jovial and shit and chill, and here you come and, you do all this just calculating bullshit as my own biological gender. That's why it's like, no thank you. See, a dog is picking up on my energy. And then the boomerang comes, and then it's like return to sender, and it comes right back at you. Because you do that bullshit. My ancestors and the Most High and all that, and the spiritual plane and the universe are not playing about me. I stay away from people that drain my fucking energy, and she is one of them. You can just tell. You can tell. So now I'm waiting for a mediator because I am not a mediator type. I am just like, I am blunt. I don't give a fuck. Not acronyms. And, straight shooter, no chase. I don't give a fuck. I will say it to your face also. Fucking weirdo. Fucking sus. Fucking bizarro. Fucking iffy vibes. Energy ain't live, people. You ain't passed the vibe check, Yolanda Pelly, Senior Community Manager here. All my Capricorn placements are like the vibe check. You don't pass the vibe check, okay? You don't. Fucking weirdo. I'm not fucking playing with your stupid ass. Like, I'm not. My ancestors are not. Nobody is. Nobody's playing with. There was a, when I had when I called, and it wasn't like the taxi, but it was like a car service or whatever. He was like a Pacific Islander nationality. And he was like, "Yeah, I've been up here before. People are, cray cray. Yeah, you don't have to tell me twice. I know. I'm done. That's it. I'm not renewing my lease. I am not. Fuck out of here. That means I have to pack the rest of my shit in storage bins. I have to get more storage bins, whatever, the rest of the stuff that can be packed, pack it up, and like Gen X figure this out type shit. There's only one place. One place. That's it. One place. So stupid. So I called the primary care physician, right? Let's go back to that. My God. I've been there over a decade, right? I've gone there over a decade, right? She's Asian nationality, more than likely Chinese. It's like she speaks broken English because you have to know English here. And I've come across people that are there and they don't speak no English and then they have to use a translator. It's like, no, you're here on Turtle Island on the continent of North America. There's no excuse, okay? 500 million Americans went over to Red Note, and the people that live there, the natives they live there in China, they speak English. There's no fucking excuse. There's no excuse for your behavior. There's no excuse for your culture. There's no excuse for your nationality, heritage, uh, uh, what else? Your descendant, where you descended from. There's no fucking excuse. There's no excuse for uppers, downers, alcohol, all this stuff. There's no excuse. No excuse. None. There's no excuse. You think I'm playing? I'm like, you know what? I want to fucking work. I want to work. I want to get off of here. I want to be financially independent because I value independence, not codependency, not transactional. Fuck all that shit. I want to fucking work. There's people that are handicapped in wheelchairs planting shit in gardens with the assistance from people and that are Latin, Hispanic, whatever you come up with this shit from the northern nine tribes of Issachar. That means Mexicans or whatever, and they're good at like planting shit like fruits and vegetables and shit and all that shit. Yeah, so and I am from Gad, indigenous. And it's like, there's no excuse, man. I am disabled, not handicapped. There's a difference. There's no fucking excuse. I want to get off this shit. I was like, I don't understand why I was not signed up for that other shit. That, the 4-letter shit, the on the whale that Gary on Center mentioned. He went on before he went on hiatus. I don't understand why I was not put on that, because the main abuser, breeder that ain't a mother, Generation Jones Boomer. She didn't want me to have no relationship, because it's all about competing for dick and attention, all this other shit. And then men, the stupid little boys and grown men's bodies are like, like competition, all that stupid dating bullshit. It's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. It really fucking is. She didn't want me to work. I worked part-time jobs in high school. She didn't like that. Very controlling. Not a controlled environment. Controlling and hush-hush secretive. Don't want me to do fuck all. So she put, and then I love you and shit like that. Go fuck yourself with your, take your Mercury in the 8th house across from my 4th house and fucking shove it. Fucking Aquarius rising, fucking stupid ass cunt that did the bare minimum. The bare minimum. I don't give a fuck about, the fuck you said that they're, the what is it called? The expert said I have learning disabilities or whatever. The only thing I grew up with, we didn't have all this shit, ADHD, dissociative identity disorder, ADD, or is it, all this stupid shit. Jeffree Star, and everybody been speaking about, everybody got bored, so they all came up with this stupid shit. Or, you had autism before that, but now they're coming up with, like, because they're fucking bored, like, just with identities, they, them, and all this other stupid pronouns and shit. And, what is it, neurodivergent and shit like that, where you don't like recognize patterns. I'm an INFJ, so they want to make a smear campaign about INFJs are neurodivergent when we recognize patterns. So how the fuck does that make sense? When you're neurodivergent and you don't recognize patterns or whatever, and then we recognize patterns, or you're this is the ignorance I'm talking about. You're an INFJ, so you're autistic. Oh, you're an introvert, so you must have antisocial personality disorder. Oh, you have complex PTSD in the ICD-13, so you have a dark triad of borderline personality disorder. Do I look like fucking ALR and fucking, the other Lowe's cow over there back in Canada? No, I do not. Fucking hypochondriac and shit, steal it, take, you don't have your own personality and shit like that. And just all these people just pulling all this shit out. And I was telling the social worker, like, there's ignorant people like that come up with all this shit. Like, I only grew up with hearing people that have, like, I thought it was autism at first, but then after the phone call, it's like, no, it's dyslexic, instead of exploiting like I was with your perceptually impaired learning disability this and learning this. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I know what you did. I know what you did. I know what you did. Making up all this stupid shit, like the super stupid social worker investigator did, that was going around behind my back saying I might be schizophrenic. Where's my family? How about you shut your fucking stupid bitch ass up? And then my 7 minutes of heaven was me with my hands on my hips, he's not even writing notes. He just has like the pad and the pen, and he's smiling at in the face of a serious person. That's me. And then he proceeds to say that he's divorced, and his 21-year-old son don't want to leave the house or whatever. Yeah, okay. And I only met this fucker twice, and then he ran between his tail, between his legs, you know, and all this other weird, bizarro shit of all the masculine astrological signs that are biological, my own gender type shit. And I'm like, no, no. I'm like, no, thank you. Both biological genders of the masculine gender signs are no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. And they're starting to come around all the like Aquarius and the fucking fellow Sagittarius and all this and the Aries. Like, no thank you to the adult of the masculine astrological sign Aquarius. No thank you to the baby of the fire sign Aries. No thank you to the fellow adult of the fireside Sagittarius dudes, and like, no thank you, like none of that liberal shit. And I have kids and I want more kids, or I have kids and I want more kids, and I smoke and I drink, or I vape, or all this stupid shit, all this stupid shit. And I like, we don't agendas don't talk about like whether they're Republican. There's all different people that are Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, all this other shit. Some are apolitical, some do vote, some don't vote, you know some are moderate. We don't talk about certain things, man. We might mention it here. We don't really, we don't go, we don't just like, eh, our religious beliefs or whatever the fuck ever, and I'll shit, like people like this little Bible verses on the like, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Stop weaponizing the stupid Bible and all this stupid shit. Like, shut the fuck up. It's just fucking weird. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. One person tried to follow me somewhere else. In their bio and stuff, in their photos, they're like, Jesus Christ, like, no, I'm blocking your stupid ass. Because it's fucking weird. You're a fucking weirdo. We didn't grow up with this shit on social media back in the days of MySpace and shit. The fucking weirdos. Doing it for attention. Like the Pisces woman, right? She was like, there was some people being naughty. Like, she's like, some of you are being naughty. And she started like blocking a few of these people that were being naughty. That's what the word, the context of word she used. She's like, well, I'm not even going to acknowledge you because you're being mischievous. I'm like, I like this Pisces. And she's like over 40. She's like in her 50s or something. So she's a fellow Gen Xer too. I'm telling you, fucking, it's fucking weird out here. Like, can we get back to, because Gen X made the internet. Can we get back to that? Like, I don't understand. Like, what, you know, And her, this weirdo that wants to make all these weird changes, the Yolanda Pedley, the senior community manager, whatever, free Wi-Fi. No, you have to ask permission. We're paying tenants. You have to ask permission. Where's the goddamn policy that's not in the rental agreement? Where is it? You just out of thin air, out of thin air, like. And then look up the difference between like amenities, because that's what it said. It was an amenity, and versus a policy, amenity, versus modification. All this shit. What an in-unit thing is like is smartphone, is smart home technology. That is not a Wi-Fi router. That's things like Alexa and shit. That is not the fucking same. That is not the same. Wi-Fi was in a different category. Man, I can't stand incompetence, man. I have a lot of Capricorn astrological placements. I cannot stand incompetence. So stupid. She's a fucking weirdo. Very sus and very bizarro. Fucking weirdo. All of what Jeffree Star said in that podcast. That's what's out here about on and off these internet streets. Fucking weirdos. Fucking weirdos. So me and the primary care physician, we got into it. And I called her out on her crap too. Because I don't give a fuck. She's like, I wrote you I typed you an accommodation letter. Now, I don't know how to do that verification letter. All I can do is put you got asthma, arthritis, the things here. I can't make up shit. Then she mentioned psychiatrist. I'm like, girl. People don't get it. Like, it ain't easy out here to find somebody with 6 years extensive training. Because there's fucking weirdos that know about the ICD-13 and don't use the DM5 and weaponize and all that stupid shit and cause mental fraud and shit and misdiagnose and overdiagnose you with bullshit. That's what I'm talking about. Fucking weirdos. I only came across one from abroad. One from abroad that had 6 years extensive training. At the end, I told her everything. Everything. I told her everything. She's like, you're courageous, brave, and strong. I swear to God, man. I mean, I have been threatened to be put in a group home. Who's gonna pay $800 a day for that? And I got all kind of health ailments and shit. I can't even, not even a shelter, man, because there's like, we already got roaches here. Fucking invertebrate water bugs. You get asthma from the asbestos in the ceiling and from roach shit. The fuck you talking about? Why are you so fucking weirdos? Fucking weirdos, man. This is everything Jeffree Star was talking about. Fucking weirdos. I even was brought up like, I was threatened to be put in the nut house. They should be put in the nut house. And calling out the primary care physician too, that how come when I signed into the portal, it said that you were like behavior, like you were analyzing my behavior. When I called you out on that, then you got rid of that. And she was just like, you have to talk to your attorneys or whatever, because I don't know, and shit like that. for a verification letter because I like to have it just in case. Even though it was not asked for. I'm telling you, fucking weirdos. She's like, you never told me any of this stuff before. I've been telling you for over a decade and I have complex PTSD and all this other shit. And then I mentioned, the artificial electromagnetic waves and the, and the doctor dude that is the highest authority and artificial electromagnetic waves, EMF waves, and radiation, and the adverse health reactions and shit, and complex PTSD and adverse reactions, and immune system and all this other shit, and vaccines that give adverse reactions. I've been telling you this shit, man. And I told her like, yeah, you don't like have it's not even on majority doctors' radar. It's a very small group that it's on their radar. Like it's not even on most majority of doctors' radar, and yet you do EKGs and all this other shit. Like I am really fucking self-advocating out here. All I can give them is fucking resources. Like I've been getting resources. All I can do is give resources to and references and fucking scientific publications and shit to use. Because you're so stupid and incompetent. You're a bunch of fucking weirdos. Jeffree Star, like, even said, like, the music industry is corrupt and all this shit, and, like, the beauty guru community is catty and all this shit. It's the same fucking shit. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. Like, when are you gonna figure it out, yo? When are you gonna figure it out? Figure it out. Because this fucking shit is weird. Goddamn stupid incompetence, man. Like, we're down here we're doing our best to, like, elevate, the consciousness or whatever the fuck ever. Because we don't remember our past lives, and we have, like, remnants and shit of, like, past lives. The Pisces was talking about it. Like, conversating. Everything that she said makes sense. I'm gonna go get some soup.